All right, guys, PATTAY'S Performance here. This is a scenario laid out. Actually, this is actually a little bit better because we're on a decline. We were on a flat street. If anything, we were on the truck was a little bit down and the track, whatever. I have the bruises to show you later, but maybe you guys can learn from my mistake. I mean, this was completely foolish. This guy was a 5-minute drive, and I told him, like, dude, you know what? I should just come back with her with a can of gas and drive this thing 6 gear all the way back, even with dirty oil, you know? And he was like, no, we can get it up there. I see you have the ramps, you know, we're good to go. I says, okay. My buddy Brian, who I spoke to this about, he's like, dude, just be careful. Your deck might catch the ramps. He's like, that's why I have a winch. Now, to be honest with you, I sent it to Brian and I sent it to 5-Speed because they're close. My buddy Brian was like, dude, I'm having ice cream. I can't get to it. And then he said, the guy messaged me with, there's 20 other people ahead of me. I'm like, dude, I have his address. Go get it. And he was like, I'm like, dude, I'll get it. Screw you. So got all happy, gippity. And even with his warning, I was still able to have an accident. And I could play this over and over in my head. And I think there is no way for me to do this the right way with this current setup. I'm gonna have to do something a little bit different. So, stupid me, ignorant me, thinking, you know what? I'll just get it up and then just, you know, hump it over. You figure with speed, I could overcome this ramp. Filming here. So, first gear was too slow, 6th gear was way too fast. So I split the difference at gear speed 3. And I put it in 3, and I had the lawn tractor fully dressed. Everything hooked up to it. And that was the plan. Drive it in, drive it out. And I started to drive. And it shows that I'm off, right? But I hit this ramp head on. And I honestly felt I was on a roller coaster because I went vertical. I'm like, okay, but the lawn tractor was still climbing. Look at this. Whoa! I'll fix that. Shizer. That's not us, that was in there. And I was going up and I got stuck somewhere over here. And I was ready to stop and the guy says, hey, I'm just gonna give you a push over. And I says, nah, forget it. And it was like, click, click, and then just like a boom, the ramps flew out and the tractor went completely vertical, standing straight up. The bagger system blew out, went completely that way, you know, the bags and stuff. And there's a piece that broke off. I don't know where that piece is, but I could have swore I took it. I don't know, but a piece broke off. And this gasket flew off as well. So now the thing was completely vertical. So from there I had a really good angle of the deck, the blades and the spindles. And I'm like, oh, this thing's great. The guy did not find anything funny or happy. He was like shocked and pissed at the same time. I couldn't even take a picture. So what I had to do is, like the first time I loaded my first tractor, is I backed up Mandingo, and now the tractor was on an angle with the 2 front wheels. So all we did is we just got it up from the back and then we hoved it in, and then we put the pieces all together. And the guy looked at me funny, like, you're not getting any money back for this. And I said, oh, you know, it's a learning lesson, you know, and call it a day. So yeah, don't do it like this. My buddy Brian has a truck a little bit taller than mine, and he has a winch with wooden ramps. 5-Speed Dash has a truck around the same height. I don't know how he does this. But what I'm thinking later down the line is maybe no, not in gear. Is obviously we're going to lower the truck more. That's always been a goal of mine. That's another story for another day. But we need to somehow, some way. What?
What's happened current plan?
Like we need to make this not so much. So I was thinking of, you know, like if I pull onto someone's curb and I could drive away, that'd be a different story. But then I'm thinking if we put like a longer ladder or like an extension somehow, some way, so it gives me more leverage. I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. I did have an idea because you guys know as much as I love Mandingo, this is a work truck. The tailgate is beat anyway. These feet here hold down the tractor. So maybe instead of extending them and maybe putting excessive weight on them, is maybe just drilling holes, and then I could put a linchpin and that'll hold the stance, because I can't think of taking a ratchet strap and maybe securing it here, you know, on the ends of the bumper, on the D-ring holders. You know, I'm not sure. I'm just like, you know, I'm just throwing ideas out there.
Then Mandingo's gonna have holes.
Chris, it's a work truck.
It's part of the family.
I know, but these are the D-ring holders, all right? I can maybe throw straps there. So
let's put holes in you.
let me show you my damage. All right, so when it happened, when my adrenaline or whatever calmed down, my back started to hurt. And even when I came home, I was oohing at work today, I was oohing. And just a constant reminder that, you know, be careful, safety first. I'm glad this is the worst that could happen, Adam. So let me just show you. Since I don't have pictures, you can put the bruise to the story.
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah. Purple too, huh? Real purple.
Well, you know, I figure since I have any underwear, I borrow yours.
I was just about to say, were you digging in my upper drawer again?
Well, they're a little big, but they did a good job of holding the goods while I was at work today. So I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me. Part of marriage is you share things, so thank you for sharing your underwear with me.
Why do they look like they're being swallowed by your rear end, and the front looks like it's going to explode? Wait, what was that? Why do we have an audience all of a sudden next door?
All right, guys. Safety first. And
I'm sorry, I'm still feeling slightly nauseous and disturbed.
I bet you're glad that I survived the accident.
Oh.
Because what would you do without me?
I'd have clean underwear. On that note,
all right, guys.
It's been a pleasure, but I've got some undergarments to try to piece back together. On that note, make sure you catch us on Saturdays at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember, your undergarments are sacred and only yours. Until the next one. Later.
Later.